This is the King 5 Prep Zone Holiday Special. Here's your host, Chris Egan.
Good evening and welcome to our Prep Zone Holiday Special. Tonight, 7 of our favorite high school profiles from 2017. We begin at Bothell, where after Jacob Sermon's sophomore season, he made a verbal commitment to play for the Washington Huskies. Sermon is now a senior, and he's still planning on being a dog. Playing college football is nothing new for the Sermon family. Pop Keeney on a Friday night is a magical place to watch a football game.
To be out there, it's just electric. You feel it in your bones. Your teammates on the sidelines cheering, the fans on the sidelines cheering. I can't describe a better feeling.
Quarterback Jacob Sermon has enjoyed quite a ride at Bothell.
From the freshman team all the way to the varsity level, everyone has each other's backs. Everyone, is trying to be accountable for each other, and that just kind of makes for a really great vibe and a really great culture.
It's a culture head coach Tom Boehner started creating at Bothell nearly 20 years ago.
We're all about family first. And the teams that I've coached over the years, the best ones are the ones that are the closest.
Sermon is close to many at Bothell, especially freshman quarterback Andrew, 6th grade QB Danny, and future star Sam.
I look up to him and I want to be like him.
Great role model.
Andrew, Danny, and Sam are Jacob's younger brothers. Their sister Ellie is in the 11th grade and plays volleyball, but pretty much everyone else in the family plays football.
Just kind of runs in our blood.
Football is a big part of the family.
We think that it's one way to grow a young boy into a man.
David Sermon played for the University of Montana and won a national championship with the Grizzlies in 1995.
It teaches you all you need to know to be successful in life, how to create better in others, how to sacrifice, how to fight through adversity.
David's dad and 3 brothers also played college football. His wife Robin's brothers played too, and her father. So Jacob Sermon has a dad, 2 grandfathers, and 5 uncles that all played college ball. And next year, Jacob will keep the tradition going.
We'll have family reunions and, we'll sit around. Instead of talking about fishing or, whatever else you might talk, politics, we're talking football. And so ever since a young kid, I'm going around the terminology. I've just been listening and hearing, and it's become a passion of mine.
He understands the game very well. He understands defenses probably better than any quarterback I've ever coached.
At the end of the day, the ball is in my hands at the beginning of every snap. And so being able to, know the defense inside and out, know my offense, and getting the ball to my playmakers it's fun for me.
Jacob's pedigree in football has helped develop his understanding of the game, but his power and size are what make him one of the top QBs in the country.
He's 6'4" and he's 230. I mean, he's a man, and that's great. Most of us don't ever grow up to be that big.
Well, Jacob was blessed early with a lot of athleticism and a frame that looks like a quarterback. But I think what will set him apart over time is this maturity, and we're seeing it here in this last year, the senior year.
He's passed for over 5,000 yards and 43 touchdowns, but his stats are secondary. He's a 4-star recruit, but more importantly, Jacob is a blue-chip brother.
During practice, he will, if I'm throwing, I make a mistake, I throw a bad ball, he'll come over and he'll coach me up real quick, and he'll help me understand a concept or a play or my throwing motion.
That's probably one of the biggest reasons I committed to University of Washington, so I could be close to home and still be a part of their lives. I want to be able to come back for Friday night and watch them at Pop Keeney as they go ahead and play their high school careers out and just be a part of their life.
Oh, he's a great older brother.
And Jacob won't be the only Sermon headed to UW next year. His cousin Jack has also committed to play for the Dogs. To the track now, where there was a long jumper from Rogers who was on a mission. Here's her sweet story of success. Rogers High senior Jelani Heath is not only the top long jumper of the state.
It's perfect.
She's also one of the best in the country.
She's one of those talents that comes around like once ever, that you're coaching somebody that's top in the nation and could go to the Olympics. I mean, that doesn't happen very often, especially in Puyallup.
As a junior, she won the 4A state title when she leaped 19 feet, 11 and a half inches.
Bring it.
This past summer, Jelani jumped over 20 feet and won gold at the Junior Olympics.
I have to get in the zone because everybody's cheering and everybody's talking, and I have to go into like a zen place. So I sit there, and then as I'm sprinting towards the pit and I jump, it's like taking off on a plane and then just sitting there and just coasting for as long as however you're in the air.
I'm so excited. I'm excited for her. As a coach, you always like to see your athletes do well. Seeing her be able to actually do something with it and go on and be a collegiate athlete is probably the most exciting thing for me, for her.
Retired track coach Sue Williams encouraged Jelani to try the long jump.
She said that I would be great in the long jump. I just fell in love with being in the air.
She works hard, trains 6 days a week, but it's Jelani's mom, Apple, who really inspired her daughter's drive.
My mom battled through stage 4 breast cancer in 2008 when I was 10.
She was given a 10% chance to live.
9 years later, she's still here, kicking hard, and I love it. If she can kick stage 4 breast cancer, I can kick anything else.
Her mother's survival has inspired Jelani on the track. It's also helped her appreciate life.
That was good.
Her lighthearted take on things, I think that sets her apart. She doesn't take herself too seriously. Not that she doesn't know she's good, but that it's not live and die. It's I'm gonna have fun. She's always smiling.
So she has lots of fun. She's fast, explosive, and has hops, but there is one more secret to Jelani's success. Yes, it's a sprinkled donut.
It's really ridiculous. We don't advocate for it. That's for sure.
I love the sugar rush.
I had a coach who took donuts away from kids and threw them away, for heaven's sakes. And here she's, eating it just before she's gonna jump, and I'm thinking, oh geez.
I normally eat 4.
Maybe that kind of fuel isn't the best for her body.
But for the sweet-toothed Jelani, the donuts haven't slowed her down. She ate 2 chocolate sprinkles before winning state and a glaze before striking gold.
For her, I don't know what it is about her. That's part of her personality. Maybe she's sprinkled in life. I don't know, but that's kind of how she is. So
Eat donuts, listen to your parents, stay in school, and be happy.
And life is good then if you do
that. Oh yeah, life is good. Life is so good.
Good advice. Jelani did win the state 4A title after that piece ran. She is now on scholarship and jumps at UW. Now to soccer and the perfect ending for one of the state's most decorated coaches.
Everyone's focused on the ball.
Tom Bunnell has been coaching soccer at Issaquah for the past 20 years. He spent his first 6 years with the boys and the past 14 as the girls coach.
I love to win, and I know that winning creates excitement, and so while you're doing it, give it everything. I've got passion for sure.
Bunnell's teams have brought out big crowds and big results. His Eagles made 9 trips to the state championships and won it all 5 times.
State championships are awesome, but man, I've made, 400 or 500 quality friendships.
He has something special that I've never seen in a coach, and it's just a love and a passion for every player that he's coaching.
He's all about us. He dedicates 3 months of his life to this program and to all of the girls.
It's crazy how passionate he is about this program, and it hasn't faded at all for the past 4 years that I've been with him. And this year it was just like, it was over the roof.
But after their regular season finale, Tom gathered the girls together and delivered some bad news.
It was kind of just like silence, and we've known that it's been coming, obviously not something we wanted to hear.
With 15 seniors on this year's team, Tom thought it was time to call it a career at Issaquah.
It was just a perfect time, you never can leave at the right time, and I could just keep plugging away, but everything's been so great, and this is just, the timing's right, so.
So Coach Tom prepped the girls for one final run in hopes of going out on top. After big wins over Puyallup, Jackson, and Camas, the Eagles would face undefeated Central Valley in the finals.
He's so important to us that we didn't want to let him down. We wanted to do it for him.
But the 18-0 Bears would strike first, and the Eagles were down 1-0 in the championship.
We just looked at each other and were like, this isn't how it's supposed to end for us.
The Eagles rallied and scored 2 goals in 3 minutes. After that, the defense locked down, and then it was time to celebrate another championship and a storybook ending.
And I know that when I leave, this is going to be my favorite memory I'll ever remember.
It is. It's a really fun story, to start 14 years ago and win a state championship in your first year coaching a team and then to win one in your last. I don't know if that happens all the time. Who's the lucky guy? I think I am.
We really do owe it all to him because he was the one who brought the energy and the passion and the good coaching to the table every day, and that's ultimately what won us the state championship.
How special has this ride been here?
I've gone through, I think, maybe 5 principals, 5 athletic directors. I can't count the amount of kids and players and families that I've encountered, and I'll miss it in a big way. And I don't think I could say one negative thing about it. So, what are you gonna do? Make me cry? I mean, it's just, I'm pretty fortunate.
Bunnell still works at Eastside FC as a college coordinator and their director of goalkeeping. Coming up, the strongest high schooler in the state and our rock and roll tennis coach on the stairway to heaven. Stay with us.
Roller coaster time!
Spanish dancers back.
Gasping for air. What happens when you hit the tackling dummy?
When I hit the tackling dummy, I think I nailed it, Paul. All right, Paul. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. I'm up. I'm up. I'm safe. I'm alive. Well, we definitely had some good times this year on season 2 of the High School Sports Blitz. Down at Auburn Riverside, there is a very strong guy. Not only that, he's also a world champion.
All right, that's pretty good. Why don't you go get back to gym?
At the Alpha Strength and Conditioning Gym at Auburn, you'll find some of the best weightlifters in the country.
Strength and power and flexibility and just athleticism. You have to be an all-around great athlete to be a great weightlifter.
Kevin Simon started coaching the sport 6 years ago.
Weightlifting is a sport that really rewards hard work.
And according to Coach Kevin, no one has worked harder over the past 6 years than Auburn Riverside junior Harrison Morris.
The last 6 years hasn't missed a session. He eats well, he sleeps well, he does everything inside and outside of the gym to be a champion.
It's a lot of time. It's a time dedication. You have to be willing to give up, other things to make it to the gym and progress.
Harrison progressed quickly. The former gymnast was introduced to powerlifting by Coach Kevin when he was 11.
He got strong so quickly. I mean, when he was 12, he squatted 150 kilos. When he was 13, he squatted 200 kilos.
That's 440 pounds for a kid just out of grade school.
It's just fun. I just like it. It's a good way to measure, I guess, progress. It's very visual in that way. It's just fun to get strong.
After setting a couple youth national powerlifting records, Kevin decided Harrison should try weightlifting.
Weightlifting, as opposed to lifting weights, weightlifting, one word, is the snatch and the clean and jerks. We compete in 2 movements. The snatch is taking the bar from the floor to locked out overhead in 1 movement, and the clean and jerk is doing it in 2. So taking it from the floor up to the shoulders, from the shoulders, locked out overhead.
In 2016, Harrison won several international silver medals. But this past April in Thailand, the 17-year-old would strike gold and then some at the International Youth World Championships.
It was a little bit of shock.
So many emotions.
They were freaking out almost more than I think I was.
With the gold medal locked up, Harrison would attempt to clean and jerk a weight he had never tried before.
Walking up, it was going to be heavy. I just knew it was going to be exceptionally heavy.
He came out, he cleaned it beautifully. It was a perfect lift, stood up, stuck the jerk. It could not have been a better lift. It was amazing.
It was a world record, 423 pounds.
And he's a world champion now. This is totally surreal. It was the best moment in my coaching career by far.
Harrison broke the youth world record and the senior American record.
He's now officially the strongest man in America we've ever had, under 170 pounds in the clean and jerk.
Harrison now sets his sights on representing the U.S. at the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo.
It's a goal that I think I've had from the beginning, and I want to get there. I want to do well, and, make the U.S. proud.
Realistically, as long as we can keep him healthy, he should have a real good shot at making the Olympics.
At the beginning of December, Morris ended Team USA's 20-year medal drought at the World Weightlifting Championships. Harrison won 2 bronze medals, set 6 American records, and broke his own youth world record. Amazing stuff. All right, to tennis now, where there are a number of great players in the state, but we found a coach at Curtis who truly knows how to rock.
Congratulations, okay? You deserve to be here.
Chet Dawson has been coaching tennis at Curtis High since 1999.
Lady Vikes, 1, 2, 3.
Lady Vikes!
Winning and losing somewhat take a back seat to just really going out on the court and enjoying yourself and being able to do something, other than schoolwork.
Dawson has been around the game for nearly 4 decades. He started coaching at the University of Puget Sound in the 80s, but tennis wasn't his first love.
To be honest with you, I was a baseball player in college, and when I figured I wasn't going to be the starting shortstop for the Red Sox or the Yankees, I decided to pick up tennis and been playing tennis and just went into coaching, and it was just kind of an easy segue. Great job, great job, great job. It's a great sport. You can do it for as long as you can walk, and that's what I'm out here doing. I'm coaching now.
When Chet's not on the courts coaching his Curtis team, he takes the stairway out of here to another place he likes to call heaven.
What we're doing right now is we're laying down some promotional tracks for our upcoming tour of Australia. So we're just tweaking some guitar tracks here on some of the Zeppelin tunes right now.
For nearly 2 decades, the Led Zeppelin Experience, a tribute band based out of Seattle, has been pounding out Zeppelin tunes around the world.
If you're a Led Zeppelin fan, this is the closest you're ever going to get to a Led Zeppelin concert.
Oh, it's a blast. It's not even a job. It's just, it's amazing. I mean, you get to walk out on stage in front of a few hundred to thousands or thousands of people. We've played, it's interesting, we played in front of a couple hundred, and there's times we played in front of 15,000. And we're walking out in front of thousands of people, and they're all just getting into the music. And there's a magic to that. It's more powerful than anything.
It's finding the right chemistry of people together that are, have the magic, and produce the songs and the way that you want them, to sound, but then also getting along because you're basically, it's a band of brothers,
Chad McMurray and Brian Christensen play the music. Chet is the group's manager.
Basically, I take care of everything that the guys in the band don't want to do.
Chet currently manages 10 rock and roll bands. It's been a passion of his since college.
I was pre-law. I was going to be a lawyer. But then I got a load of rock and roll, and that ended my law career. I do 2 things that I love. I coach tennis and I promote rock and roll bands, and couldn't be more happy.
And as different as the two may seem, the jobs actually go hand in hand.
I think we got a good take that time. The disciplines are the same. It's preparation, it's attention to detail, it's analysis, and whether you're performing on a stage or on a tennis court, you're still a performer.
When you're watching, it makes me feel safer, so keep
Okay, I'll be here.
He's earned the trust of both of his teams.
And I enjoy coaching, I enjoy the rock and roll aspect of it, and I've got a perfect life. Love it. I'm gonna rock until I drop.
One segment, 2 stories to go on our Prep Zone Holiday Special. Up next, a cheerleading powerhouse and an honest Abe running after multiple state titles. Stay with us. Gotta love the bands. Well, they've won more state titles than the Bellevue football team, and they've been to 8 national championships. Tonight, we bring you one of the most decorated teams in state history.
Since 2000, Kentwood High has won a total of 11 state championships in football, soccer, gymnastics, basketball, and baseball. But the team that's been cheering them all on has actually won more titles than all those sports teams combined.
It's more than just like winning the state title. It's about like climbing that mountain together, and it's about the journey that we take to get there.
The Kentwood cheer team has won a total of 22 state titles.
There's something about that magical experience of watching your team hit a routine and really do their very best job and come out on top.
Kim Kawachi was hired to bring more energy to Friday nights. She's accomplished that and then some over her 13 years as the Conks coach.
I just want people to really feel that 12th man mentality and really set the tone for that. I believe that the crowd and the cheerleaders can be game changers in what we're doing.
All of us together, it's like one big show and everyone's in sync and it's amazing.
When they're not cheering at games, they're usually here.
That's where it happens, okay?
Practicing at the South Elite Cheer and Dance Academy 5 to 6 days a week.
Go again, one more time.
Kawachi has coached hundreds at Kentwood and has a philosophy about cutting. She doesn't like it.
Yep, exactly, good.
Coach Kim wants to give any girl or a boy that's willing a chance.
I believe that we're here to train them. We're here to teach them. And that's what we are as coaches, as teachers, you know. So I want to see what I can get out of them. Somebody that starts the program 4 years later, they're transformed into something else. So they don't walk in state champions. They walk in like average kids and they learn to become that.
So they cheer for their school. They've won over 20 state titles. They've been to several national championships. But at Kentwood, they also love to give back.
Teaching kids and teaching people to give back to others, it's something you need to do in life. And I really feel the kids find the joy out of it. The greatest gift is giving.
This week, the team is raising money for breast cancer awareness. They've raised over $20,000 for the Susan G. Komen Foundation, and in 7 years have brought in nearly 6,000 toys for Toys for Tots.
It's really cool because it takes this program beyond just like practicing and being in the gym, and it brings us together as a community and as a school and makes it even more important.
It's not the trophy, but the win is in the journey. And what you see with the transformation of the athletes and the individuals and the kids as they grow to become better citizens, better community leaders, and the full package. Because really it's not just about the state title, it's about everything that's wrapped up in it. Know you've got it, all right? Let's go. More confidence and don't rush.
Quite the team out of Kentwood. All right, finally tonight, Elvis Presley once performed at the Lincoln Bowl, but this year there was a new king in Tacoma. He'd already won 3 state titles and had a chance to win 4 more during his senior year.
At Lincoln High, there's plenty of history. The school, which was founded in 1913, has nearly a dozen alumni that played in the NFL, and even an Olympic gold medal boxer. And now there's another star on the rise.
Yeah, he's just a special kid.
He is James Mwara.
Tell me this though, is it a fast dance, sort of slow, or real slow?
James knows the waltz is slow, but if you've seen the Lincoln senior outside the classroom, there's only one speed, and that's fast.
This kid's a stud. I mean, he has good economy, covers the track well, everything about him in terms of, the running figure. It's just spewing out of him.
I come to love it because it's something I'm good at. It's a God-given gift.
Born in Kenya, James's family moved to Tacoma when he was 2. He tried other sports like football, soccer, and wrestling, but found success running. As a sophomore, James helped Lincoln win a state team track title. As a junior, he won a state crown in the 3200 and a 3A cross-country championship by over 10 seconds.
It felt great, actually. Actually crossing the line, feeling that I actually won state, it felt really happy because it was one of my goals to accomplishment, to actually win that state title.
It's a proud moment for all of us here at Lincoln High School.
The Abe's hadn't won a cross-country crown since 1975. And to make it even more special, Coach Lee and Fuller both graduated and ran for Lincoln. They've also both worked hard to try and build up a cross-country program in a school that's well known for basketball.
To have James go through all that process and get us to where we wanted to go was pretty amazing.
James doesn't ever seem to stop. He runs 70 miles a week. His coaches say his work ethic is unmatched.
He has a true desire to want to get better every single day he comes to practice.
A lot of dedication, and in terms of a lot of sacrifice. You know, everybody wants to go to the high school dance, but he's not able to go all the time. You know, he's got to rest, got to recover, got to run big mileage. To run big times. That's what it takes.
After high school, James plans to run in college, and then he's got some even bigger dreams of one day running in the Olympics.
2020 is kind of a stretch, but 2024, 2028, you could see him in a 5 or 10,000 meter race in the Olympics.
Being there, I worked so hard for that. It would mean a lot.
James again won the cross-country state title in November. He'll shoot for 3 more in May at the track and field finals. And that will do it. We'll be back in 2018 with another set of stories showing the best of our high school student athletes and coaches. I'm Chris Egan. Have a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. Good night.